has a lot to say today. So at that, I'm just going to have to sit down here and hand the mic to you. You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Frankie. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much, Frankie. Thank you. Thank you. It's been a pretty busy week for all of us. Yeah, my goodness. But at home and abroad, it's just so much. We're just trying to make sure we keep everyone doing what they need to do. Yeah. Thank you so much, Fandi, our Honorable Secretary for Finance, for what you do. And I don't know how we could be able to achieve so much success without what you do every day. Thank you so much for your services.
Thank you. You're welcome.
And thank you so much, Honorable Christopher, for holding the fort while we all get ready for this fundraising. Thank you so much for what you do. Yeah. I want to use this opportunity to welcome everyone. Welcome dear friends that are present here, friends of Biafrans, men and women of the press, our allies that are watching behind the scenes, encouraging us, guiding us. Thank you so much for your support. We are seeing the success of what we are doing. The world is seeing the success of what the new Christian nation of the United States of Biafra is doing, the impact we are making, the discipline we are creating, the leadership we are working on every day. Thank you everyone for calling in. I want to use this opportunity to thank the United States of Biafra cabinet members for what they do every day behind the scene to ensure that this beautiful nation of ours that was declared in Latin Finland on November the 29th, 2024 is as solid as ever. Thank you so much, the cabinet members that work behind the scene every day in your different departments to ensure that we get running on day one. We're already running right now in the 40 state of Biafra. Thank you so much for what you do. I want to use this opportunity to remember our Prime Minister, His Excellency Simon Eba, whose appeal started this week in Finland on August the 5th and is going on every day. So far, the United States of Biafra government is impressed with the development of the progress of the appeal. The Prime Minister is stronger than ever, ensuring that the criminal state of Nigeria, the terrorist state of Nigeria led by Tinubu, cannot be allowed to continue to use integrated terrorists to hurt indigenous Biafrans and indigenous Nigerians. The Nigerian politicians, headed by Tinubu like Charles Soludo, Peter Mba, Fubara, Elenzoti, Wifuru, Charles Soludo, Ozolema, they do not continue to use reintegrated terrorists to behead teachers, to kill, behead citizens, hang their head on poles, circulated in the community, terrorizing children, terrorizing the civil society. We are going to stop that, whether they like it or not. We will stop this action of the neighboring Nigeria politicians that are creating mayhem and havoc in the 40 state of Biafra. And we are going to start doing that quickly, Biafrans. The information I got is that Tinubu and Christopher Musa and Charles Soludo, they said that they will be bidding their time to delay the Biafra freedom. And in bidding their time, they will continue to remove Biafrans secretly, especially those who are protecting their land from the reintegrated terrorists. Soludo and co are bringing it to Biafra territory. So Biafrans, the United States of Biafra, Envision Elite Squad, the United States of Biafra, Liberation Army, the United States of Biafra Defense Forces, you must facilitate, quicken your removal of every element of Nigeria in Biafra territory. Because they are killing our people, beheading them, hanging their head on posts, terrorizing our communities, forcefully removing indigenous Biafrans at night and killing them or locking them up in jails. So you have to reinforce and quicken the removal of any element of Nigeria in Biafra territory. United States of Biafra Defense Forces, United States of Biafra Liberation Army, United States of Biafra Envision and its Code. You must quicken the removal of the reintegrated terrorists brought into the 40 state of Biafra. I want to thank the United States of Biafra 40 state governors and their commissioners for what you do every day to ensure that the 40 state of Biafra is protected. Again, I was listening to the interview conducted by the Prime Minister with Onyedu Nnamdi Kanu. And you can see from that, hear from that interview that everything that needs to be done has been done by these two leaders whom the Nigeria state collaborated to take away. Everything that needs to be done to stop the Fulani terrorists that are killing our people has been done. The complaints have been laid in different international organizations. There's no international human rights organization you will go today that you will not see the complaint of the indigenous people of Biafra. You will not see the documentations of the indigenous people of Biafra. It is everywhere. What Tinubu and Christopher Musa and the legitimized governors have decided to do is to gradually take their time. They said that the longer they wait, the longer they gradually eliminate Biafrans, then Biafrans will be tired. The longer they will weaken us. And that is why I'm telling the United States of Biafra Defense Forces, Liberation Army, and Vision Elite, you will hasten the removal of anything Nigeria from the 40 states of Biafra. Because their tactics is the delay tactics. They want to stretch as long as possible. They say that the longer they're stretching, the weaker we become. Then Biafra will not come. So you must do the opposite. Take them out as quickly as possible. We've written peacefully to the Nigerian state that we've declared our independence on November 29th, 2024 in Latin Finland. We have peacefully written to Tinubu, Christopher Musa, Bianco Jubu, and Co. to leave the 40 state of Biafra land because we have declared our independence. Actually, we declared our independence because the United States of Biafra was a nation between 1967 and 1970. What we did is just to redeclare the Republic of Biafra, which has been a sovereign nation. We have peacefully written to them to leave our territory. Bianco, Juku, Christopher Musa, they have the legal documents of the United States of Biafra Declaration in Latin Finland on November 29th, 2024. Our previous leaders, Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu and our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, has written to every concerned international organization and world leaders about the killing of Biafran Christians, the genocide committed by the Nigerian state, the forceful removal of indigenous Biafrans by the Nigerian state. Amnesty International has reported this on several occasions. So they have done everything peaceful communities need to do. They reported to the United Nations. They reported to the African Union. They reported, I believe, to the Commonwealth. They've reported to numerous heads of governments. What else are we required to do at this stage? To start the reporting again? That will never happen again. Nnamdi Kanu has done all the reporting and the creation of awareness. Our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has done more reporting and creation of more awareness. This government, we will not continue that path. That reporting is enough for the United States of Biafra 80 million to protect themselves. We have legally reported to appropriate bodies, appropriate agencies, and in each of this reporting, Nigeria goes behind to bribe those organizations. Just like they try to bribe the United States of America legislators. And the 80 million Biafrans now are fully aware that Nigeria goes behind to bribe these organizations and maybe some leaders, world leaders. So we're not going to do that anymore. While the Nigerian state continues to behead our people, burn our homes, forcefully remove our citizens, kill our citizens, burn our market, destroy our economic ventures. No, we're not going to do that again. So I'm calling on the United States of Biafra and Vision and it to ensure that every element of Nigeria in the 40 states of Biafra territory is removed. We have peacefully told them to leave because they are killing our people. We will defend our people and we will defend our territory. I want to thank all the commissioners in the 40 states of Biafra that are assisting the governors to protect their territory despite the threat from the Nigerian state and the delegitimized governors. Thank you so much for what you do every day to defend your citizens in the 40 states. Do not be moved. Continue to do that. It's only a matter of time. There is nothing that will stop the absolute dissolution of a country that reintegrates and rehabilitates non-terrorists into its state. Currently, Nigeria is home to over 23 terrorist organizations that are committing mass murder on a daily basis, beheading teachers, beheading citizens on a daily basis, forcefully removing citizens at complaint on a daily basis, locking them up, hunting them down, using the DSS and the EFCC. That is what Tinubu, Christopher Musa, Bianco, Jubu, and all these legitimized governors, that is what they are doing. Hunting on innocent indigenous Nigerians and indigenous Biafrans that complain about the beheadings, about the killings of the citizens by Nigeria state, by Tinubu and the Sokoto Caliphate. They hunt them down. They send the EFCC after them. They send the DSS after them. That is why we do not want them in Biafra territory anymore. We want to have a place where our citizens can feel safe. We want to have a place where Christians, but in Nigeria, Christians in Biafra land can want to and feel secure and feel safe. We want to have a place where our people scattered all over the world can come back home and feel safe and start rebuilding our motherland. We want to have a place where the people feel safe, the 80 million Biafrans, and currently they feel safe in the 40 states of Biafra territory. Only in the 40 states of Biafra territory, with the 40 state governors and the commissioners and the elites and the defense forces. Those are the only people the United States of Biafra 80 million citizens feel safe with at this moment. So I thank the commissioners for what you do every day. I thank the United States of Biafra mission heads cut across the diaspora what you do every day in creating the enlightenment, in submitting our legal documents to over 200 heads of state and organizations across the globe. For the first time in the freedom movement of the Biafran people, that over 80 million Biafrans have been more united at this time than ever in the past history of our freedom movement. For the first time, over 99.9% of Biafrans currently support the United States of Biafra government. Over 99.9%. The remaining less than 1% are those who do not understand what our freedom is all about, are those who do not understand or understood what our past leaders, Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu and Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has talked about. They were never following them. They pretend to follow them, but they were either fixated, obsessed, or lacks the knowledge that 99.9% of Biafrans needed at this time to restore the 40 states. They lack it. That was why this week, many of them, some of them, heard it once again from the mouth of our leader. Anything you did not hear from the mouth of either Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu or Prime Minister Simon Ekpa does not exist. Anything you don't hear from either of them verbally from their mouth does not exist. That is why I am the only spokesperson for these two individuals at this time, representing 80 million Biafrans, no other person. I thank the stakeholders and I thank our allies. I thank and we remember our Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Not the indigenous people of Biafra organization, which is a fraudulent group that have been hijacked by the Nigerian DSS. And every now and then, you hear some of them say, Onyendu say this, Onyendu say that. PM said this, PM didn't say that. Onyendu said this, nothing like that exists. If you did not hear that from the mouth of Onyendu or the mouth of the Prime Minister, it does not exist. Millions of Biafrans heard this week during the appeal process of our Prime Minister, which started on August the 5th. We have seen, we have heard from the mouth of the Prime Minister, when some people come out to tell you that the Prime Minister told them this, that the Prime Minister told them that, it's all lies. They make up things. People arrogate themselves powers that they do not have in this freedom movement, claiming, oh, they were with the Prime Minister yesterday, they were with him last month. Prime Minister told them this, but they have no clue. They refuse to follow that footstep which the Prime Minister had laid. They refuse to follow the surrogate of the Prime Minister, which is Dr. Orabueze. They refuse to follow the foreign states which the Prime Minister has created. They refuse to follow the directions of the Prime Minister, who has dissolved ESN when Onyendu was taken away. And this week, many of the Judases, many of those who do not have a clue who the Prime Minister, they do not know who the Prime Minister is. They don't know him. And that is one of their biggest problems. They do not know Simon Eber. Neither do they know Onyendu Nnamdi. Many of them were just scared out following these individuals. When the Prime Minister said there is nothing like ESN, he does not know anything about the ESN. Because that word, ESN, an IPOB organization, is what the Nigerian terrorist state used to kill indigenous Biafrans. They tag them, they tag innocent citizens, they tag them, people that are in their territory, they tag them ESN to kill them. They tag them ESN to kill them. And you still see elements of Biafra that are working for the Nigerian state. They come out, they still continue to confuse their mothers and fathers, confuse people like that there is something like ESN. In the 18 million Biafran territory, in the foreign state of Biafra, there is nothing like ESN. Again, the Prime Minister reiterated it this week in the court in Finland during his appeal. He does not know anything about ESN. So anyone that comes out that was pretending to be following the PM, that claimed they followed Briggy, that claimed they are under Simon Eber, that claimed they were following Onyendu Nnamdi and they followed PM for this freedom continuum. Anyone that comes out again to tell you that there's anything like ESN, that person is the biggest enemy of this freedom which we got. You must treat that person as an enemy of the people. Because what they are doing is facilitating the terrorist Nigerian state to label innocent Biafrans as ESN to kill them. So I believe that those ignorant ones that pretended to follow the British Prime Minister Simon Eber, they heard it this week from the mouth of the PM. And shame on those of them that have tried to deceive innocent Biafrans. But again, those innocent Biafrans, I believe none of you is below 18 years old. So it's left for you to ensure that anyone you are talking to is the one that is following the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. Anything outside this, anything short of this, you are an enemy of the people because there's no other path. There is no other way. When Finland took our Prime Minister, the Prime Minister would have told their friends, this is my surrogate. Go and listen to the person. But he told their friends, Dr. Orabueze is my surrogate. What does that mean? Go and listen to her, whether you like it or not. So what you see some of these people who are as confused as hell, what they are doing is because they know that they cannot bring their confusion, their chaos, their destruction of our freedom, that Orabueze will not tolerate that. So what they do is try to use the name of Onyekano to create another chaos somewhere. That's why they don't want structure in the freedom movement. No, they want that chaos. So we'll be here doing this one. That one will be there singing that song. That one will be there. Oh, before you know it, they are hijacked by the legitimized governors who have billions to bribe them and knowing fully well that some of our Biafran people would get they love money. Once the legitimized Tinubu gives them that money to the legitimized governors, they will flash it on these so-called freedom fighters that they claim. And the next thing, you will see them singing another song. That is why the United States of Biafra government and people, we need a structure at this time. One solid structure. Anything outside that, you are fighting this freedom and we will treat you as one. It's not whether you like it or not. That is what it is. So the appeal for our Prime Minister started this week, and we thank Attorney Toini in Finland, who is the homeland attorney there, representing the Prime Minister, and we also thank the international experts like Dr. Masanga that are helping behind the scene. One thing the United States of Biafra government made clear from day one, no one that was involved in the initial faulty trial of our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, none will be involved in the appeal process. And I'm very, very happy that the Prime Minister considered that suggestion. So our Prime Minister is doing very well. He is the wrong person being held in the prison. There is no reason why our Prime Minister should be in jail. Why the Nigerian terrorist state is having a field day, beheading people every day, killing indigenes, murdering Christians. The most dangerous country in the world for Christians to exist is Nigeria, headed by Tinubu and Bianco Jubu and Christopher Musa and Charles Soludo. A country of particular concern is Nigeria, headed by Tinubu, Bianco Jubu, Christopher Musa and Co. A country that has been declared as the worst place on planet Earth for human beings to live is Nigeria. Their leaders and their politicians are the ones that should be in jail. They commit crimes against humanity every day. From their policies, from the reintegrated terrorists they brought into that country to Islamize the whole Nigeria. They are the ones that should be in jail, not Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, not Onyekano Kanu. But they believe they can bribe their way through. We are here to stop that. So I want to encourage Biafrans. I thank all the Biafrans that were in Finland this week to support our Prime Minister. Thousands of Biafrans are offering their support to the Prime Minister in different ways. And I thank all of you in different ways. Many have no clue. The noisemakers on social media have no clue. thank Biafrans that we are in Finland to support our Prime Minister. Special thanks to people like Honorable Pastor Rose. Thank you so much for what you do. Honorable Obole, Honorable Judel former chair, and your beautiful wife. Honorable Smile, Adasa Ever, Honorable Margaret, many of you. I thank you for what you do, maintaining the peace, which our new nation is known for. And the Prime Minister supports you people. When the Prime Minister told those that were planted by Chomo Okoma, Bryson Okoma, and their gang in Finland, trying to cause chaos, the Prime Minister stopped them. He told them, stop. I am going to hug everyone that is here. That's why I said, until you hear it from the mouth of the Prime Minister, it does not exist. These are people that have plotted long time ago when they were planning the march in Finland, publicly. Bryson Okoma and Chomo Okoma and their gang of Imam Maduabu, Ruben Nabijairo, they come out publicly. Through these people they have in Finland to castigate, to subjugate, to tell the world that those that are following Dr. Orabueze at the United States of Biafra, they will not allow them to be near the Prime Minister in Finland. In fact, they won't even allow them to come into Finland. In fact, some of them, these organizers, some of them went to the extent to say that even the United States of Biafra citizens, some of them inside Finland, like Uchopi, will not even be allowed to see the Prime Minister. Because this is what they do behind the scene. This is the chaos they do behind the scene. And they'll come up and tell you, the Prime Minister told them, you have to contact them before you do this. The Prime Minister told them, they are the only one that will hug the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister told them, this is the way they misinform the public. This is how they roll. But I believe this week, the Biafrans have seen the Prime Minister is not bad. Or that misinformation they pass to the Biafran and to the public. Nobody gave them that power. They don't have such power. They allocate themselves, allocate to themselves power that they do not have. They don't have that power. The so-called PUC, unshakable group of prime ministers and all that, they are the only ones planning for PM's appeal. Dr. Orabueze want to kill the PM. Diane what they do is what they project on other people. At least this week, the others have seen that. Nobody gave them that power. They'll just go to Obatobia. I want to do this. Then the next thing they will come out and they start castigating the right people. Start lying against people. Start saying the PM told them this, the PM told them that, the Prime Minister gave them this, the Prime Minister gave them that. And they arrogate to themselves this power. The only person that could give any power to any Biafra, the 80 million Biafra, to do anything on behalf of the government, on behalf of the 80 million Biafra at this time is only myself, nobody else. Take this to the bank. So for those of you that think there is something PM will give you or tell you that Dr. Orabueze is not aware of, you're deceiving yourself. That will never happen. not in this freedom, not in breaking, not in USB, not in de facto, nothing. That is why you keep seeing them make mistakes every now and then. And I don't call it mistake, they know what they're doing. Because some of them are being used by the Nigerian state to stop this freedom that we have gotten. That's why you see them come out and claim they are the one, they are doing defense, they were this. The Prime Minister gave them defense. Their Prime Minister told them to be in charge of this, and then they go around trying to deceive innocent Biafrans. They don't have the power to do that. But will they stop? No. Even when Prime Minister gives them order to do certain things, will they stop? No. They would, because they are the paid agent of the Nigerian state to disrupt, to attack our freedom. That's all they are doing. So when they come with different excuses, oh, we are IPOB organization started by Onyendu Nnamdi. Oh, I am the defense secretary, defense minister, appointed by Prime Minister. Oh, and Onyendu Nnamdi knows that Simon ever continues the journey. When Pierre was taken away, he knows that Dr. Orabueze continues it. Anything, any power I did not give you, it does not exist. If you like, you can go and complain and complain and complain. Without these two men being free, I am the only individual that will give you a task towards this freedom that we've gotten. Any other thing you are doing, and you think you're doing it on your own because you've been doing it in the past 10 years, you are making a mistake, and I'm telling you for the last time to stop. I'm telling you to stop. So, those of you that heard the PM this week that says, I am going to hug everyone and nothing will happen to me. That is a lesson for those of you in your own little mind. Keep saying you will control who sees the PM. You will control who visits the Prime Minister. You will control who is going to go to the jail and visit the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister have told you this week, stop that. He didn't approve that. And shame on you if you are one of these individuals. Biafrans have always known you are fake. But this week, the PM have told you in the face of the whole world, stop what you are doing. He didn't give you the task to decide who will see him or who will not see him. So those of you that claim before anybody sees the Prime Minister, they have to see somebody. You must stop. Again, I want to thank those Biafrans that were in Finland to be with the Prime Minister. If not the chaos caused by those so-called individuals that organized that match, the chaos, the threats they gave to so many Biafrans at the initial stage, there would have been more people that would be in Finland to support the Prime Minister. But they came with their threat. They came with things that the Orabueze never told them to do. And with that, they wanted so many indigenous Biafrans away from going to Finland. But I'm very, very happy Orabueze stopped them this week. So those of you that were able to hug the PM, take pictures with the PM, thank you so much. Those that think they are the one that will guard the Prime Minister, you need to stop deceiving yourselves. If you have any fixation on the Prime Minister, any obsession with the Prime Minister Simon Pepper, you need to get counseling and therapy. You must get that. And let him leave the Prime Minister out of your thought process. And thought content. Leave him alone. Let him be. I believe many world leaders, our allies, they believe the Prime Minister would be free because he has not committed any crime. I'm calling on the Finland president to let Simon Ekpa go. He has not committed. He is the good guy. The world knows who the bad guy is. It is the Nigeria state and their politicians. The PM's appeal continues next week, Monday. Again, I want to make it clear to everyone here that the United States of Biafra leadership was clearly laid out by the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa from day one. The structure has always been there. I listened to the interview between the PM and Onyendu Nnamdi when Onyendu was explaining the Montevideo Convention and the criteria for being a sovereign state. The PM narrated those criteria. Again, the same thing Onyendu Nnamdi has narrated. The same thing the Prime Minister continues to narrate. And that same thing the United States of Biafra government has actively restored, which is the independence of the Biafra people in the name of the United States of Biafra. We met all the criteria. We have a permanent population, permanent territory, defined territory, a government. The PM set the 40 state governors, their commissioners, the Visual Elite Squad came in after. The United States of Biafra Defense Forces and the United States of Biafra Liberation Army is active. Those structures are active in the 40 states of Biafra territory. Anyone doing anything outside this, you are fighting Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu. You are fighting Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. We, the United States of Biafra government and people, will stop you. There's no apology to that. The identifiable location, part of the Montevideo. Effective government with capacity to enter into agreement from day one. We already have all that established. Anyone telling you anything different is an agent of the Nigerian state. And those of you that claimed you followed the greedy Prime Minister and you are deceiving the public, you must stop. You must stop. Everything Briggy has been collapsed into the United States of Biafra government. So those of you, Bryson Okoma, Chomo Okoma, that are opening another Briggy in Ohio, trying to create a scene where there is none, you must stop. I believe the Prime Minister has sent the appropriate message to you. You all must stay clear. There is only one leadership of the 80 million Biafras at this time, which is the United States of Biafra cabinet. If you do not appreciate this government, or you think you are not in line with this government, you need to stay calm. Don't fight the government created by Onyendu and Orabueze, because the Biafra people will fight you, and they will fight you in a way you will never survive. I want to use this opportunity to tell the world there is no single faction among the 80 million Biafrans that have declared their independence on November 29, 2024 in Latin Finland. No single faction. None. Zero. We are one. And all of you heard it from our peer this week. We are one. no faction. Anyone you see coming out publicly to tell you there is this faction there is that faction there's that faction there, these are agents of the Nigerian state that are fighting this beautiful one nation that we got. Ignore them. They don't mean well. Whatever they are saying, whatever they are acting, whatever they are trying to portray does not exist. It does not exist. What they're doing is to try to make it look as if there is another thing existing somewhere or nothing else. There's nothing existing anywhere except the United States of Biafra government and the people. We have zero faction, none. Those that are pretending to make it look as if there is a faction, I believe they heard the Prime Minister this week. He has warned them to stop. Just the way they claim they are the only one that could have access to hug the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister have told them to stop. So those of them you will see in social media trying to create something where there is none. Again, I'm using this opportunity to tell you to stop. Will you stop? That is your own business. When you don't respect the Prime Minister, who are you going to respect? That is why the Prime Minister said it's not everyone that was with him in Brigade that will be in the new nation of the United States of Biafra. And more days, that spirit will continue to take care of those that will not be in the government. So again, like I said, there's no faction in the United States of Biafra people. There is no faction in the Biafra Republic government. There's no faction in the de facto homeland. The only people that are trying to make it look as if there's something are those fighting our freedom. And we will treat them as the enemy of the people. Again, the Prime Minister established a committee before he was taken away by Finland government to run the new nation from day one. And that committee is what is running this government again. The Prime Minister is a lawyer. That is why some of these people that formulate this propaganda and lies on social media, I pity them. I pity you people. You have no clue who the Prime Minister is. You don't know about Orabueze. You don't know him. You don't know. Orabueze will never ever tolerate the indiscipline that some of you have created on social media. Not even one. But God knows why He has kept the United States of Biafra government and leadership to take care of those indiscipline. And we are doing that the right way that Biafra people wanted. There is no internal crisis among 80 million Biafra people. None, zero. Our demands, our wish, the will of the people is very clear, which is we want to live independently, devoid of reintegrated terrorists that behead and kill Biafran Christians. That message is very, very clear, and that is what we are actively working on every single day. During freedom fighting, in the liberation mode. People can say there's internal crisis between Nigeria and the Biafra people. But those of you that are misinforming others, you must be very, very informed of the information you send out. Nigeria can say they have an internal crisis with IPOB organization when Biafra was in liberation mode. We have declared our independence. There's nothing internal crisis between Nigeria and the United States of Biafra people at this time. So when you are on social media, you must make sure you got the appropriate education and information you are passing on to people. There is nothing internal crisis between the United States of Biafra people and the Nigerian state. We are an independent nation. If Nigeria tells you they have internal crisis with anyone, and you believe that, that means you are not following. You're not following Onyendu. You're not following PM Simon Ever. And don't use your social media to propagate nonsense. There's nothing like internal crisis. For a country that run a self-referendum where over 50 million people voted to exit Nigeria and met in Finland, where over 500 appended their signature on the declaration document. That has passed the level of anything internal crisis. We do not have any internal crisis in Biafra land. Nigeria is currently forcefully occupying a sovereign nation. That's what it is. If you don't know this, nobody can help you. That is what it is right now. We do not have any internal crisis with Nigeria. Nigeria is currently forcefully occupying the sovereign state of the United States of Biafra land. They must leave. We have peacefully written to them to go. So be mindful of information you pass out on your social media platforms. Again, I wanted to correct the notion that freedom fighter must be either in the grave, in exile, or dead. That is a lie. When the United States of America left Europe to settle and declare their nation, the United States of America, all of them did not die. All of them were not in exile. Many of them stayed in the United States of America. The founding fathers, they founded the new nation, of which most of you enjoy today. So when you see, when I hear some individuals come out to say, oh, you're in exile or you will die, do not believe these individuals. We already have a nation. We were a nation between 1967 and 1997. All that I'm asking is for the Nigerian state to peacefully leave the 40 states of Biafra. Biafrans are alive in the 40 states. Biafrans are taking over their territory in the 40 states. Biafrans, the governors, the commissioners, they are working every day to safeguard our community. So you will not leave. We will not be in exile. We are not going to die. We will all return to our nation and take over our land and declare and start rebuilding our land. Do not let anyone tell you anything different. Those are some of the propaganda being used by the Nigerian state to scare the gullible ones. Again, the United States of Biafra government has protected the Prime Minister from day one. We will continue to do that and also to protect the 80 million Biafrans. We are making a lot of progress, and I'll stop at this moment for us to do our fundraisings. Yeah, one other thing, we've gotten some report that some banks, whether they're in the US or in Europe or anywhere, have colluded with the Nigerian state to shut down the account of some Biafrans, innocent Biafran people. So if you are a Biafran and for any reason, if you're a Biafran citizen, and for any reason, any bank or financial agency have shut down your account for no reason, send your report to this number that I'm going to call right now. +1 404 343 1801. +1 404 343 1801. The information we got is that the Nigeria state has bribed some financial institutions across the globe to shut down the account of innocent Biafrans. So if you have been involved or been a victim of any of these institutions, send your formal report to this 404 343 1801. Our financial crime department is working on this to institute a formal legal report against banks and financial institutions that have, for no reason, shut down the account of innocent Biafrans because the Nigerian state has bribed them. Thank you so much, Biafrans, for listening to me. And from me, on that note, please go ahead and thank you, those that are donating, Biafrans. Thank you so much. I don't even know how to thank those of you, our anonymous donors, those that are donating behind the scene. Thank you so much. Thank you. Again, thank you and I don't know how to thank you. We are overwhelmed. I am overwhelmed with the help, with the support. Helping as much they can to ensure that the Fulani terrorists that are sent in by the Nigerian state to behead our teachers, to behead Biafrans, to behead innocent Biafrans, just like the legitimized governor-elect, so Charles Soludo and co are doing, beheading innocent Biafrans and hanging their head across the community. Biafrans and our allies are standing up to support us. We will continue to do that, regardless of what any international body, international government does. The protection of the United States of Biafra, 80 million, is in the hand of Biafrans, first and foremost. First and foremost, we will continue to protect and defend our land. The structures that only the Nnamdi Kanu and our Prime Minister led is already active, 100%. And we will continue to build on that, strengthen that, despite the challenges of the terrorist state currently occupying our land. So I thank this anonymous donor for the donation of 2 million AJ to help us to continue to remove the integrated terrorists brought in by the Nigerian state into our land. Again, what Nigeria is doing now, what the world has seen them do, is what they've been doing over the past 10, 20 years. The only thing and difference is that this time, Biafrans have decided to let the world know they can no longer take the killing of the citizens, the beheading of their people, the burning of their markets, the burning of their homes. Biafrans have risen up. They will continue to rise up every day to ensure. Mute your phone. Can you mute?
I've muted it.
Okay, thank you so much. To continue, the Biafrans have taken this freedom in their own hand. Again, I want to thank the independent media. Again, our anonymous donor of 2 million, thank you so much. May God replenish you 1,000-fold.
Amen.
And all the private donors. Again, some of you, I can't remember your amount and all that, but Biafrans, we are having a lot of support. The gods of Biafra, they are declare maybe our first 5 independent states in the United States of Biafra very, very soon. Wow. We are not going to give Nigeria that long rule that yeah, thank you. Very, very soon. In the next couple of months, I think we're going to have our first ones that are actively supporting this reintegrated terrorists. So we will do it our own way, our own time, just the way Onyedu has always said, just the way our PM has always said. There is no standard of how the United States of Biafra government will defend his people and territory. There is no set standard. We will continue to use every legal way possible to defend our people and defend our land. Again, there's no internal crisis in Biafran land. Nigeria is forcefully occupying a sovereign nation. It is important that they leave. We've peacefully written to them to leave. We expect them to leave. If they don't leave and they continue to forcefully occupy our land, we will use every avenue legally possible as quickly as possible to ensure that we protect our territory and our land. So thank you so much. Another thing I want to say, our ID, the United States of Biafra homeland ID card will be ready and we will start going out from this Monday. From this Monday, so far we have so many ID cards that are ready. The company in charge has been trying to cross-check and dot every T. Biafrans, you are expected to add your town. When you put in your state, put in your town. Yes. Some of you put just your state. We don't have your town. The ID cards are going to be start going out on Monday. If you don't see your town in your ID card, in your 40 state homeland ID, just know that you did not put in your town. Just go and look at your original application. If you miss your town in the original application, you're not going to see a town in your ID card, but you're going to see your state. So I encourage Biafrans, if you know you miss your town in your original application, go back and put your town. But if you did not put your town, we are going to put just your state. Remember, during the application of the United States of Biafra driver's license and passport, it's going to be a different criteria altogether. But for now, we have thousands of Biafrans that have applied for their homeland ID card. And from Monday, many of you will start getting your ID cards. Again, continue to apply for your homeland ID card. Present it anywhere in the 40 states of Biafra land. Do not present anything Nigeria ID card anymore. In any court, in any street, in anywhere in the United States of Biafra land. The only nationality ID card that is approved in the 40 states of Biafra at this time is your United States of Biafra homeland nationality ID card. That is what you're expected to carry in your purse. Any other thing within the next 1 year, if you don't have the immigration document for the United States of Biafra, Homeland Security Administration of which Honorable Mouthpiece is the secretary in that department, we will take appropriate actions against you. Another thing I wanted to address is I see a letter on Twitter where these delegitimized and illegal IPOB organization DOS are listing names of innocent Biafrans and posting it on social media. And the information I got is some of these people have told them they must fall back to the United States of Biafra government, which Onyedu and the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa is in charge of. And because these people have refused to join them in IPOB organization, they started listing their name and posting them on social media. I'm using this opportunity to, again, tell whoever you are that is posting the names of innocent Biafrans on social media. Either you're sacking them, you're going to hunt them, you're going to hurt them, If I get that report again on Twitter or on any social media, then I will have you to contend with Biafrans, regardless of you who you are. If you're running an organization inside Biafra land, treat that as an organization. Don't claim the power you don't have. Don't publish the name of innocent Biafrans who have declared 100% support for the new nation and they refuse to be part of IPOB organization. Do not publish their name on social media again. Don't do that again, whoever you are. If you do that again, there will be consequences to that. Again, I was listening recently to a social media post where the criminals will never stop. The one that was the deputy to Van Raphael Ajarere, the criminals that are attacking our freedom every day. I think the deputy just left, the deputy have resigned and left him. Again, the spirit of Biafra will continue to strengthen things out. It's not the Orabueze. I told the world that Biafrans will be having fun while our nation is restored. And I know it is being done. I have the network needed to restore and declare and recognize the United States of Biafra, and it is happening. We just have to give it a little time. So I was listening to this individual who claimed to be deputy to Bam. And she was saying, because they always, remember, all of them were the fallback group before they start splitting to up to 10 different groups right now. So that one said, Joy Robi told them that the tax of the Prime Minister is 140,000 euros. That is what they are spreading on social media, that Prime Minister Simon Eber, the tax is. And then I was listening to this individual who said that they've been contributing towards that. And she claimed that now she's in Finland. Well, and told this deputy that if they don't contribute that 140,000 euros, the PM's appeal will not proceed. This is on social media.
Mm-hmm. It is.
But now the genuine Biafrans have seen that this is how these people, this is how they roll. They roll in deceit, in chaos, in fraud, round the clock. The same thing okay, Kerry and Co are doing. The same thing, Mama Aburubina, the Joy Robi, Chamo Obama, Bryce Obama, the same thing. Bam, all of them, the same thing they are doing. Now, the lady is complaining on social media that they told them to contribute the $140,000 or euros towards PM tax. And without completing it, the appeal will not proceed. And everyone knows that the PM's appeal proceeded this week successfully. And PM is winning by the second. So probably some of these individuals are now trying to fight among themselves because what the Muhammad and Co are telling them. And again, I tell people, whatever did not come out from the mouth of the PM and the mouth of Onyedu and my mouth, disregard it. Disregard it. If you don't have direct access to PM or direct access to Onyedu, ask me, and I'll tell you the fact. Anything short of this, you will fall into the hand of the deceit that the criminal did not else the criminal IPOB organization, the same thing they used to do, collect money from innocent Biafrans and use that to establish their businesses in different places. The same thing they will be doing. But I'm very, very happy that many Biafrans have discovered that these fraudulent people have no business in Biafra freedom. Ask them what is the money they are collecting for? At least thousands of Biafrans are seeing the funds that are being raised by the United States of Biafra for this government, for the people. What is being used for? We are steadily establishing the new nation of the United States of Biafra. Establishing a new nation costs thousands of billions of dollars. But the United States of Biafra is doing it within the little resources we have. But the structure is there. This structure was set up by Onyendu Nnamdi-Kanu and the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. That is the same structure we are maintaining at this time. So any of you, those of you that are putting your money or donating your money anywhere else, you are not only wasting the little resources you have, you are also putting your money where it's not going to be of any use. These individuals have no power. These individuals have no authorization. These individuals have no legitimacy. Remember, they were suspended on November 2024. Starting from the CRC, they were dissolved with a vote of an official British cabinet meeting. We dissolved the CRC.
21 to 9 votes. 21 to 9.
21 to 9 votes, yes. Then, after our declaration in Finland, when we followed the exact instruction of the Prime Minister that this committee that was set up will take over the running of the government from day one. Because some of them didn't fall into that. And the Obatobia always tell that not everybody that was in Britain will be in the new nation, in the leadership. Some of them, they ran amok. Some of them started deceiving themselves. Some of them brought in the charter. Even those that are faceless, that nobody knows. Those that never participated in Biafra Republic government in exile cabinet, in leadership. Some of them are the one now floating around, telling some Biafra what to do and what not. These are people that have no legitimacy. All they are doing is to distract those few, very few they can distract. But unless we are not here, because I am not here. So now we can see the fraud that these individuals are committing every single day. Again, I don't have any problem committing or contributing money to help any of our leader in one way or the other. But that must be done with the approval of this government which they have set up. That is the only way you will get credibility for what you are doing. If you go outside on your own just to do it, and then you try to claim, oh, you did something for you, you did something for Kia, therefore you can fight the Orabueze or fight the government or fight this new nation that Onyendu and PM has established, you will pay the price. You will pay the price. Because this structure has been set by these two leaders. So anything you are doing outside the United States of Biafra or outside the original IPOB founded by Onyendu Nnamdi-Kanu, anything you are doing outside that is illegal. You must stop. You must stop. I see some of them, when they don't fall into what the government and the 80 million Biafrans are doing, they go on social media. Some of them say they're forming YouTube. And then their YouTube is maybe to talk about Dr. Orabueze. There's nothing you can talk about Dr. Orabueze. Those are the fighting Dr. Orabueze. They were even fighting Orabueze way back, maybe 2023, 24. I don't know. But the question you're going to ask yourself, those that have fought Orabueze in the past, how did they end up? When you know how they ended up, you wouldn't want to put yourself in that shoe, in that because I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere. My task is to stop the beheading, the reintegration, the killing of the Biafran people. And we are all going home as quickly as possible. If you think there's something else you're going to do somewhere or anywhere, apart from this United States of Biafra, which Orabueze prepared us from January of 2024 to November of 2024, when the Nigerian state colluded with Finland to take it away. This new nation from 2023, Orabueze has established with the 40 states, with the governors, with our chairman, with everything. If you think there's anything you can do outside this, you are deceiving yourself. Thank you so much, Orabueze. Let's read this. Go ahead, Christopher, if you want to explain this, the aggression.
Yes, thank you so much, Your Excellency. Just like we agreed, you informed those who are in charge of the government platform to publish this to the international community. And based on your instruction, it has been published, and as you see, signed by your name there. And this was extracted from your speech this evening. It's a message to the international community regarding Nigeria's. I hope you can hear me, please.
Yes,
very well.
All right, thank you. This is regarding Nigeria's ongoing aggression and genocide against the Biafran people. Anyone telling you that Nigeria's invasion, unlawful annexation, aggression, and ongoing systematic genocide against the United States of Biafra is an internal crisis, that means this person is an enemy of the Biafran people and an enemy of humanity, because what happened to us then and what is still happening is a crime against humanity. And just like the PM said, Nigeria must be held accountable, and we would ensure that that happens sooner rather than later. I will proceed. The 1967 to 70 Biafran genocide was also labeled an internal crisis.
wow.
Yes.
Wow.
We have documents, Your Excellency. This is public information, actually. And we have documents where some parliamentarians were saying, even the United Nations labeled it an internal crisis. Just like I told you, we uncovered a document at Norwegian Parliament where they were, at the point, they were almost accusing Nigeria of genocide. But just like Mazin Amdekano said, if we had pushed just a little bit further, we would have been a free nation today. So I proceed. The world watched over 3 million of us massacred because they were saying this was quote unquote an internal crisis. That failure has led to the massacre of over 6 million Biafrans today because they have not stopped killing our people. The world must do better now. They must do better today. Our interrupted sovereignty was restored on November 29th, 2024, and we stand firmly on the principle ex injuria jus non oritur, and in English this means no legal right can arise from an unlawful act. Killing and raping Biafrans into submission does not erase our nationality, our identity, our nation, or the continuity of our government. Signed by Her Excellency Dr. Ngozi, and this is where you were at the Peace Summit. You know, you are all about peace, making the world a better place. And also, it was attached here, the official gazette, the recognition actually from Brazil, where they actually informed the world of the genocide, acknowledged genocide, and also acknowledged the illegal annexation of Biafra into Nigeria. So Nigeria, like we always say, is occupying a foreign land. Nigeria is illegally annexing our land, and the sooner they leave our people alone, the sooner they exit our nation, our beautiful nation, the better for them and the better for us. Thank you so much.
Wow. Thank you so much. And then you have that line, remember the red line where we have the list of the agents that are being used by Nigeria, and then just the original USB and original IPOB, maybe later. Once you have it ready, you can flash it again so that we will refamiliarize Biafrans again with the agents working for the Nigerian state to attack our freedom. And again, we can go back. Thank you, Honorable Christopher, for bringing that up. So anyone, Biafrans, again, let me say that from today, if you have used this word in the past, make sure moving forward, you never use that word again. Internal crisis.
Yeah.
Internal crisis. That is what Nigeria state wants you to use to refer to the United States of Biafra. And again, you can see from what Honorable Christopher has read, that word, internal crisis, which Tinubu, Christopher Musa Bianco Chukwu is using, has led to the death of extra 6 million over or more Biafrans when you add it, maybe together or in separate. Because that is what Nigerian government present to the African Union, to the United Nations. They use those words, internal crisis. They use those words, they are terrorists. They use those words that they are promoting terrorism. They use those words, they are financing terrorism. These are the words used by the terrorists to propagate, to hunt down, to kill innocent people, causing a lot of killings and human rights abuses and crimes against humanity. Crimes against humanity. They call it internal crisis. There's no single internal crisis. None, zero, between Nigeria and the United States of Biafra. Nigeria is currently forcefully occupying a sovereign state of the United States of Biafra. They must leave our land. There's nothing internal crisis in that. So I believe those of you that are on social media using such words, with what Honorable Christopher has shown now, you will learn. I want the Biafran people to always learn. One of the biggest problems of Biafrans are, one, indiscipline, two, sabotage. And that sabotage comes from bribery. Because the Nigerian government uses the oil money, the money that comes from our territory, to bribe our own people, to fight us, to destroy us, so that we will not be free. So lack of discipline. In every organization, in every group, in every nation, you must have a leader to make sure that you are successful, to make sure that you get guidance, to make sure you don't stray away, to make sure you don't get carried away by the bribery of the Nigerian state. That was why Onyendu handed this freedom movement to the Prime Minister. And that was why the Prime Minister handed it over to me. That leadership is very important. To make sure you do not go astray. To make sure you don't do the wrong thing, thinking you are doing the right thing. To make sure we secure our freedom as quickly as possible. Once you deviate from this leadership structure, you're bound to make a mistake. I know that because I know how Nigeria operates. And you can watch all the people that deviated from the continuum of Onyendu Nnamdi, Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, and my humble self. You will see how they've all ended up and where they are. They can never be trusted by the 80 million Biafrans unless the cabinet is not here, unless the 40 state governors, the structure PM created, are not there, unless the United States of Biafra elite squad are not there, unless the BLA and PDF, United States, are not there, unless all the nation heads are not there. So our biggest thing is lack of discipline. And this lack of discipline, I don't know if it stems from just absolute, just people want to just ascribe to themselves powers they do not have. And in the process of doing that, you start making mistakes. You visit the Prime Minister, then you think you know it all. Then you think when the Prime Minister says something, because you visited, you have the authority to go out without getting my approval to say things like that. As long as it concerns the government and the people, 80 million people. If you're saying something personal that you discuss with any of our leaders, I'm not going to have a problem with you. But as far as it concerns this new nation that Onyendu and the Prime Minister have prepared us for, as long as it deals with the 80 million Biafrans, you must get the permission from me before you propagate things like that publicly. And I'm not begging you, but I'm telling you that's what you need to do to make sure you don't get into problem. You must do that because that is the power, that is the continuum, that is the surrogate, that is what PM left. When Onyendu left, he gave that to the PM. When PM left, he gave that to me. You must get that approval. There's no ease, was, how around it. You fight it, the others will fight you. It's a promise. Forget my own fight. My own fight, you won't even see. You won't know where it's going to come from. That's why many of you have erred. Because you use the same language the Nigerian state used to attack innocent Biafrans. You go publicly. You say the United States of Biafra government, that the Onyendu prepared, that the Prime Minister prepared. You go ahead to insult the leadership, to call it terrorist, to turn it anything you want. Because maybe somebody you are talking with is not the person in charge. You can never have two captains in a ship. The ship will capsize. That is why the Prime Minister looked at all of you, everyone, the 80 or 88 million Biafrans, and he gave that power to Dr. Orabueze as a surrogate. Until you hear it from his mouth, where the Prime Minister say, you know what, this surrogate, I'm changing it to this person. Man, Biafrans, we will know that PM has said that. And we will humbly follow that person that the Prime Minister told us to follow. But until the PM says that, which he has not said till today, you must follow the leadership of Dr. Orabueze. There are no two ways about it. I don't know you. You don't know me. I don't need to know you. But that structure that has been laid, you need to follow the structure so you don't get into problems. You don't get into problems. If there's an assigned task from any of the leaders, you must come to the leadership. You must come to me. That's the right thing to do. If you neglect that, you will make a mistake. And when Onyendu comes out, when PM comes out, you will still be in error. I'm promising you that. Many of you are already regretting some of the things you do. Because you think if you go out to raise some money for PM or for Onyendu, and then all of a sudden, PM will just all of a sudden put you there where you are not. No, it's not going to happen. There's so many things that he looked at before he made me the surrogate of this freedom, which we are all, we've gotten it in our hand. Whether you like it or not, I'm not begging you. I don't need anything from you. But that leadership that Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has put in place, you must, in capital, follow that. No matter what you have, no matter what you know, regardless of the assignment he gave you when he was out, or regardless of what the Because I heard some people say, oh, Prime Minister Samoneta said he does not know about ESN. But Onyendo now the kind of knows about ESN. Ask the person. Onyendo was taken away. Over 5 years, 4 or 5 years, and Onyendo was taken away. Who was in charge? Restructuring that ESN, restructuring the freedom, making it possible for us to be where we are today. It was Simon Ekpa. He looked at the whole thing, the whole structure of the ESN. Simon Ekpa knew that there is nothing like ESN because the ESN that Onyendo Nnamdi left has been hijacked by the Nigerian state, by the Nigerian DSS. They have bribed the whole DOS and they abandoned what Onyendo founded. That was why the PM collapsed the ESN into PLA and EDF. And I collapsed it into United States of Biafra government and United States of Biafra Liberation Army and United States of Biafra Envision and its own. And everybody in these three bodies, they are receiving the appropriate international humanitarian trainings needed for our new nation. All the rules and the guidelines and the trainings that they need for our nation to start running for day one. Everyone inside this three group, they receive it either on a weekly basis. Some of them are socially displayed. Some of them are on a monthly basis. Some of them are given directly by the United States of Biafra Secretary of Defense, Honorable Secretary General Rabbi. So what else are you looking for? You want to create something where there is none. Oh, it was PM said he didn't know about ESN, but it was Onyendo that started ESN. But Onyendo was taken away. And for almost 4 years, Onyendo was not there. Onyendo was not there for 4 years. That gap was filled by Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. And Prime Minister Simon Ekpa dissolved the ESN. Who are you now to come out and say, oh, there is ESN that Simon Ekpa knows PLA and BDF. Simon Ekpa's own is not ESN. Ain't you stupid? That shows you. That shows you're ignorant. That shows you're not even following that person whom you are claiming to be your leader, Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. That means something is missing. But I am here. We are here to correct that. That is why we are here. That's why God put some of us where we are today. Again, ask questions if you don't know. Don't go and deceive people because you want to belong. There is nothing like IPOP organization. No matter what they promise you, it is not adding anything to the freedom of the Biafra people. Know it now. They are not adding anything except the quarreling and the chaos you see them propagate on social media every single day. PM is not in that. So those of you that were following the Prime Minister as British people, as USB people, as Biafra Republic government in exile people that are now dancing this tune around IPOP organization, around DOS, you are very, very sick. Very sick. Very sick. Because you're just deceiving yourself. You're not deceiving Biafrans. And again, I believe many of you have heard it this week when the Prime Minister has said he does not know anything about ESN. Not just that he does not know, he was ruling this freedom for 4 years when Onyendo was out. And you don't expect because they colluded and took him away, you now want to reinvent something that the PM was not aware of. You're not going to do it. Not in this 80 million Biafrans now, indigenous people of Biafra that I currently lead. freedom from nobody else. So I just want to correct that misconception that some of these illiterates on social media has been parading and propagating. Again, there's nothing like ESN, there's nothing like IPOB organization, there is nothing like DOS. Nothing like that. And it remains like that. Those of you that want to try, go and try. And Biafrans will keep you where you need to be. Not be quiet. I see so many hands up. Sorry, Abel.
Thank you so much. Honorable Mouthpiece, you still here with me?
I'm gonna bow, but maybe after.
Thank you so much. Biafrans also thank Ada Simon. I think she was there in Finland. And she did live excellently well. Again, I mean, I saw her even earlier, way earlier, before I saw so many people. I was like, oh, she's already there in Finland. That was beautiful. Biafrans, please appreciate this woman. Thank her wherever you see her. She was courageous enough, despite the threats from those people that organized that march, despite the threats they issued to Biafrans, and despite being used by people like Chobo Koma and the husband to threaten innocent Biafrans, to make it look as if this is their own thing, to make it look as if other Biafrans are not welcomed, to make it look as if the Prime Minister told them any of those things they were dishing out, any of those threats they were dishing out to Biafra. Nobody told them that. Pierre didn't tell them that. Pierre didn't tell them what they were doing. Hold on. All those things that we're saying ahead. Give me 1 second. So despite the threats, despite the distractions which they carried out against Biafra, again, we're going to release a document. All Biafrans, every Biafran that had been in Finland, that was in Finland, either before that match, during that match, after that match, if you feel threatened, if there was anything you observed, in any way, in a threatening manner by anyone, either in Finland or before you went to Finland or after the PM's appeal trial, anything you observe, please send your report. I know there is a site, send your report to Honorable Christopher, or also send it to 404-343-1801, because a team is compiling all that thing that happened in Finland, and we want to use it to build the new nation we are building. We don't want a nation where people will be very chaotic, doing things just to hurt other people knowingly. So if you were anyway part of those that was in Finland, you feel threatened in any way, you observe something, it doesn't have to be done to you directly. If you have heard or seen something that made you uncomfortable throughout this entire process, please send that information with the videos, with the text messages, with the individuals involved to Honorable Christopher, or also send it to that number 404-343-1801. And there's a statement we're going to issue maybe now or just while in the process in respect to this. So, but again, thank you so much, Ada Simon, for being courageous enough to withstand some people that wanted to take this power on themselves, fraudulently claiming or pretending that PM gave them that power. PM never told them. PM is the father of all Biafrans, like everyone saw that. And those manipulations that they do, even in front of a PM, I believe that is why the United States of Biafra government is here to correct some of those things that they couldn't correct, even while on the or while directly in front of the Prime Minister. So go ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma. Thank you, my GPM. Thank you.
Bryson Okoma and the wife Chomo Okoma now try to stop genuine Biafrans that were in Finland to support the Prime Minister in the courtroom. So Bryson Okoma told them that the legal team had to go in first. And Chomo Okoma and Bryson Okoma now selected the RB, the one in Europe, the worry sister, Carolina Mbese. So Chomo Okoma and their team, probably working closely with those in Finland that organized the march, now said that these people, again, the three names, and again, we're going to get this official report, are the attorneys, the attorney team that represented the Prime Minister. This is not true. This is not true. Bryson Okoma and Chomo Okoma, what you did in Finland, nobody approved you. I did not give you that approval. The Prime Minister did not give you that approval. And our leader, Namdekanu, did not give you that approval. What both of you did in Finland was an outright disregard and respect for this new nation we are building. There will be consequences to that. Because we cannot build a country that is very chaotic, whereas people come out and mislead people, come out to lie to people, come out to do things which they do not have the power and the authority to do. And that's why I keep saying, anything that did not come out from the mouth of our leader, while we are watching him, or the Prime Minister, while we are watching him, or from my mouth, that thing does not exist. So what these two individuals did in Finland is not acceptable. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you, my TPM. So these people, citizens that was there, they purposely did that. And then I explained to those ones that Ifan and the other one, they were that organized that those things over there. I told them that I need to catch my flight that afternoon by 2:30 p.m. So that they should make sure that I am among the first group that will go into the court. And then they agreed with me. They agreed with me. And then when they were counting the people that will enter first, they counted me. Bryson Okoma now came to that man and said, the other one said, why did you, this is not their bargain. Already, they have already concluded their meeting before Biafra started coming to Finland. So they have, I think they had a meeting.
Who was he talking to?
He was talking to me because that man.
Who was he saying this was not their bargain? Do you remember the person?
I don't know his name. It was the colleague from that IFAN. Two of them were the people that organized that.
So it was IFAN and their colleague.
Yes, and the colleague. Yes. So he was not telling him that, but this is not what they bargained. This is not what they agreed on. And then that man now said, no, we have to consider her because she have to catch her flight. Do you want her to miss her flight? He said it doesn't concern him. It doesn't concern him whether anybody missed flight or not missed flight. It doesn't concern him. That was not what they bargained.
Okay, so Bryson Okoma and Chomo Okoma bargained with somebody. We know who they bargained with. We know who they bargain with, who gave them this bargaining power to stop innocent Biafrans that have to catch a flight from going in to see the Prime Minister. Obviously, Biafrans have already heard. These criminals ahead before the march saying that they already had an arrangement with some people on how people are going to go into the courtroom. That evidence is there on social media.